What's up, guys? Welcome back on match day. Welcome back for the preview for the Genoa game. We play Genoa in about, I don't know, 9, 10, 11 hours, depending when you're watching this video. Again on a Friday, third time in a row. Next week, it's going to be even worse because we play on a Saturday midday uh, for me. So extremely early for a lot of people, but it's not a Friday game. This far, the Friday games have been okay-ish. You know, we won at the end at Monza. We took a point. We took 3 points, excuse me, against Napoli, and we needed 3 points again today. And this might sound crazy, but that's just my personal feeling, and it's just purely based on feelings, not qualities of opponent. This is probably going to be the most difficult one out of the three Friday kickoff games. But we play tonight, and we play Genoa away from home. So we were gonna preview that. Keep in mind, pre-recorded, so I have no idea what Allegri is gonna talk about, and maybe something could come out about injuries and all those things. I will try to cover that in this video. Before we do that, like the video, subscribe, and let's go straight into it. Okay, so we play Genoa away from home, and like I said in previous videos and throughout the week, it's not really about opponent that I'm very skeptical about this game or very worried. It's Genoa away, and I cannot put it. I don't know. I cannot prove anything, whatever. Like there are no numbers, I think, to back this up because it's just a feeling. And every time we go to Genoa away, or it be Verona away, but this time it is Genoa, it's tough. It's one of those weird games where we play well, but we really struggle, or we play awful, we get beat, or we need a late winner. It's always something in that game. It never really goes as smoothly. You know, even when we won 2-4, we went down 2-0 in about, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know what it was, even maybe 10 minutes. We conceded in the first 6 or so. So I think it's gonna be one of those games where it's gonna be very physical. It's gonna be very scrappy. It's gonna be, despite it being physical and scrappy, it's gonna be at a certain high intensity pace. But I don't think it's gonna be a good watch, because I cannot recall Genoa away being good watches throughout the recent memory. I just can't. And we play a style of football that is already not electric. It's not already catchy on the eye. It's not fluent, whatever you want to call it. It's effective. Um, However, if you play these type of teams, I think you need to come out of your shell a little bit more because you're just obligated to your name, to your status, and to the points that we need to collect. You know, it's all good. We are keeping up with it with Inter in terms of points. Probably not in the way we get the results. I think that there's a big difference between the two, which is kind of normal. Maybe not to this extent, but they have more quality, so you need to kind of accept that at this moment in time. But it's a good win against Monza late. It's a good win against Napoli, but you need to start building on it now. You need to keep building on it. And I know we're on a crazy streak, not losing streak. And at one point, it will come to an end naturally because I think this team is not that good that it will go unbeaten from now until the end of the season, obviously. And I think it's going to happen against a team you probably won't expect. I'm not saying we're going to lose, but I have a feeling we will probably lose to one of these teams rather than a quote-unquote top team. I think that will come sooner. But Genoa, at the start of the season, I said they will go down. They are doing better than I initially thought. I'm not going as far as saying they're a very good team, but they find ways to get certain wins. You know, you watch my numbers video on Genoa. They keep it very, how do you want to say that, like sober, a bit like us. I'm gonna say, like, if you watch the games, they're better at home, which is very normal for relegation sides. But also with the atmosphere and the stadium they have, I think it's just normal. However, we cannot afford to not win this game. Heading away to Frosinone as well. We need to. We have two tough away games. Being Genoa and Frosinone. You need to have that good feeling factor going into the new year, or going to the Roma game as well, because I don't think it's a good vibe if you don't beat these two teams, basically. Injury wise, like I said, pre-recorded Thursday morning presser in a couple of hours, so I don't know what the updates are gonna be. I'm assuming that I'm going off today's news, and everybody's fit. You know, um, McKennie trained, Rabiot trained, yes. Miretti trained, so that's about it. I think injury wise, or like question marks wise, I think the team is fit enough, to go into these games into this game. Excuse me. So I don't think, or like knock on wood, because it's pre-recorded, that I don't think there will be any major shocks ahead of the game. Vlahovic had an issue against Napoli, but that was just cramps. He wasn't training full training all week, so I just think everybody is fit. So let's go straight to the expected lineup as of now, as I'm speaking. As I always do, it's very easy at this moment in time at the back, because Chesney's going to play. Bremer is going to play. Danilo's back. He's a captain, so yeah, he's going to play. And Gatti is going to start. I will be shocked if he does something crazy. Danilo to the right and Alexandro, and I will be absolutely stunned. I'm not going to lie. Cambiaso, he's ready to play again on the right wing. I don't know what happened to Miretti. He had a little physical issue, and he's just phased out at this moment in time. So I think it's gonna be a while before we really see him regularly again, in my opinion. I cannot find McKennie, as I always struggle to find McKennie in this list. Okay, here he is. So McKennie is gonna start. I don't think there are gonna be much changes. Actually, I don't think there's gonna be any change, which it's not a shock. It isn't a shock, because at the end of the day we play once a week. But I don't know. I still have an issue with the Kostic one, because I think he was extremely disciplined against Napoli. However, going forward, I don't think it's nearly good enough, if that makes sense. I don't think he offers quite enough for us to be a threat, moving forward, and good discipline, I get that, fine. But moving forward, he absolutely offers close to nothing, and the set pieces, yes, they're key, but I don't want this team to pinpoint its hopes on that. I think we have other options, and even if you don't start with those options, you need to give these options a chance, because you just need to know, like, is it going to be a change? Are there other options available than just spam the cross and hope it will stick, and that's what's not happening, and I'm assuming that's absolutely not going to happen anytime soon. So this is a projected lineup. I think it will be a scrappy game. However, I will start off by saying that's not okay. Oops. I will start off by saying what we need tomorrow is, and I think this is a lot to ask, but this is what we're gonna need up top. We need these type of performances, and you know how great that is, the type of game we're gonna need to have, because they need to show up. That's one. They need to do better. But I think it's gonna be that type of game that we need those little moments that maybe are not really chances, or don't look like dangerous situations, but somehow, some way, they need to turn it into a dangerous situation. because we absolutely need it. Cambiaso, he played well. I think we can go with this. And people, again, how I create my numbers, 6 is just an okay game. It's just you did nothing wrong. You was just flat out okay. That's probably not going to happen. We all have a player that will absolutely, not perform. But I think the difference, that's not a 1, that's a 5, 6, by the way. But we need up top. These guys need to make the difference. I don't think there are going to be a lot of chances. I don't think those chances are going to be from build-up play. I think they need to force those chances, and they also need to put it away, because that is an issue. Both things are an issue now, forcing the chances and putting them away. But we're going to need it. We're absolutely going to need it today. My prediction is, and I'm not that confident. Again, it's just I have a weird feeling about this game, but I'm going to say we're going to win 1-0 with a goal from Vlahovic. But I'm not overly confident. I'm not. And we can be top of the league and, cruising through the league. Is Genoa away? I will always have my doubts, But I'm going to go with a win, 1-0. Hopefully, later on today, I can come on with some good news. And we can all have a fun weekend again. But let me know in the comments what you think, prediction-wise. What do you think of the game, obviously. And then I will see you guys after the game, as usual, for the match reaction. Thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, and see you. Ciao.